We are back with the Artie Lange Show. I'm Jim Norton, sitting in for Sweet Artie, and Chris Mannix is here with me. And, of course, Ben Lyons is our guest. And you guys are talking about documentaries, and I'm now on my... By the way, this is why my manager should be shot, okay? Because he just tried to be helpful, sent me some guest information. And he sent me some stuff on Ben Lyons, who I know.
Oh.
This is what he says. He sends me some information that he writes, also tall, 6'3". What am I going to do with that?
So you're tall, huh? How'd you get to be that?
Yeah, I'm a tall guy. You know, my mom's dad was about 6'4", and what?
Are people 6'2" envious of you? Like, where do they think I was going to go with that? Also tall. Oh, my man just killed. All right, so you were talking about this documentary, Vivian Mayer. I really want to see this.
Yeah, that you saw and you liked, and it's Chicago.
It's really great. Well, she was also she has a lot of incredible photos of New York City and a lot of great photos of Paris.
Speaking of like photography documentaries, you see the Bill Cunningham documentary called Bill Cunningham, New York?
Not yet.
You know who he is, right?
Yes,
He's the guy who rides around Midtown on the blue shirt and takes those pictures of the New York Times of just people on the street. Like all the street style. He's been doing it for, I don't know, 70 years.
Right.
Yeah, it's a really good.
Wait, he holds it under the paper?
No, he just goes up to people and says, like, hey, can I take a picture of you? And like they have bizarre New York outfits, and every Sunday in the Times, I guess, they have all the street style, and he's been doing it forever, and he rides around his little bike. He was living in like a closet above Carnegie Hall and just got kicked out. And yeah, that's a good, and if we're talking about photography-themed documentaries, that's a good one.
I'm a terrible photographer. I admire people who are good at it. I mean, it's a great in with women if you can take good pictures, because no woman doesn't want to be photo. I've actually hired girls to model. I'm like, let me take some shots of you, and I always get too close and creep them out. Like I'm had their ass here, and I'm sneaking the phone under to try to take a picture. Like,
is it hard for you to?
Could you back up
to place the ping pong ball? Is that where?
Ping pong basketball, please.
The giveaway might be you break out your Polaroid camera and be like, can I take some shots of you? I'm a real famous guy.
Yeah, I want you to autograph this.
So you saw Draft Day.
I did see Draft Day.
Was it as bad as people say it is?
It's a good movie if you're stuck in a hotel room or you're on an airplane. You kind of, it's right down the middle. The NFL is so heavily involved with the film that you can't really do the movie that would be interesting. The NFL's only signed off on 5 or 6 movies at most over the years. You
can't give it like the Any Given Sunday treatment there.
Which is, not an NFL-sanctioned movie. The only ones I think are Invincible, the Mark Wahlberg one, which is soft, and Jerry Maguire. Rod Tidwell and the Cardinals, and then the Black Sunday, the great, Robert Shaw movie.
Right.
But other than that, the NFL hasn't really put the shield on anything. They do this time. It's a big infomercial for the NFL. But, Costner's had a nice little run the last couple of years and has kind of gotten back. And obviously he's done so many sports movies over the years. Yeah. But it's okay. It's fine. Exactly what you. I'm not really convinced that Arian Foster has a future in acting. I don't know. Since stick to trying to win my fantasy league. But yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It did average business.
I thought, but didn't the reviews just kill it? I mean,
but that's kind of a critic.
I heard a lot of people that saw it were like, "Wow, that was terrible."
It's not like unwatchably bad. It's fine.
What movie have you seen that is unwatchably bad?
Oh God, where do we begin?
The Godfather.
What was Artie in last? I saw a movie.
Fired.
Artie knows, and we talked about it. I saw a movie that he was in that featured George Murasan.
I remember.
Who is not dead. It was an urban legend that George Murasan was dead.
No, he's still in D.C.
He's alive, and he was in a movie with Artie Lange where George Murasan played a director of clown pornography. So
what movie was that?
It was
aware?
It's Maria's movie, that Menounos movie. That's like insane.
Her husband's movie.
Artie's in that somehow.
Right. George Murasan.
I don't think Artie remembers filming it.
She comes up to Artie and says, "Will you be in my movie?" And of course,
okay, sure, whatever you want.
As anyone else would.
Yes.
George Murasan's like the community relations director for the Wizards right now.
I see him.
He's hard to miss.
You heard that rumor that he had died. Yeah, that was like an urban legend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess George Murasan's alive. But what movies recently? Even a movie like Captain America, which I enjoyed. I don't know if I'm getting older, if I'm a wuss or whatever, but that movie's insanely violent. Yes, I know it's a big superhero movie, but it's casual murder of uniformed police officers. There's probably 1,500 murders in that movie, like 1,600 murders, and just all handguns and. I don't need that from Captain America. It says America on it. It's being sent around the world to do $1 billion. While I like the movie because I'm kind of a fanboy on some level, I don't need to see cops being shot in broad daylight in the middle of the street.
I do like when they die in superhero movies, not just cops, but anybody, just because I hate when superhero movies, the Hulk will throw a tank, but the two guys get out of it, and they do the I'm dazed but okay face. Like, if a superhero movie is going to, I think, make the jump from kind of campy and cornball into what like it sells now. They got to show people getting killed.
I'll tell you what movie I thought was unwatchable, and maybe it's because I'm just a huge fan of the series, but Die Hard 5. That was
take the money and run. Bruce.
Yeah, I was mailing it in to the nth degree.
Yeah, really awful. Not necessary.
Bad script too. Whoever wrote it was terrible.
That movie's so bad it made you long for Die Hard 4.
Yeah.
It made you be like, I wish they had that Justin. I was watching the Justin Long.
Yeah, Justin Long coming back for the next one.
Exactly. But yeah, that's the thing about the job. And you and I think I've talked about this on your show. It's awesome to get to go see movies early and cover stuff you're excited about, or go to these festivals and see these smaller films. But when you're, it's 2 p.m. and you're stuck in Transcendence, the Johnny Depp movie, you're like, oh, this is a job now. I Love You, Beth Cooper. You ever seen that movie?
No.
Yes, I saw that.
You were in a relationship. You were in a relationship, weren't you?
No, you know why I watched it? Because Vladimir Klitschko's engaged to Hayden Panettiere.
That's for research.
It's a little,
yeah, I mean, that's when it becomes kind of a job. Especially, the start of the year, January, February, you usually get kind of a lot of crap to go see. But
what is this movie about, this Depp movie? I just saw on Drudge Report, they're like, Depp bombs again.
Transcendence?
Yeah.
He is a scientist, and I think he dies, and then he survives as a computer. They made it up as they went along. It's Wally Pfister directing, who's Christopher Nolan's cinematographer on the Dark Knight movies, and is awesome. And but yeah, it's just a mess of them. And Morgan Freeman's in there somehow. And
enough with him.
It's just like
sick of him. Dumb narration.
Kate Mara's in it, and she's got a new haircut and everything she does. I like Kate Mara, but it's just one of those Johnny Depp movies that it's just it's just a mess.
Is it people are tired of him playing because he only wants to play weird characters now? He doesn't want to play like in Donnie Brasco, or he's done so many amazing.
Blow.
This is Morgan Freeman.
Excellent.
No, Johnny Depp.
Oh, Johnny Depp, yeah.
I'm tired of Morgan Freeman, his dumb narrator.
I don't think Morgan Freeman turns down any role.
No, he doesn't.
I think, you give him a script and you sign a check for him, I think he's taking it.
Same tedious narration. We get it. You can read. You're terrific.
But that's like, all of us over here. We're not really turning down jobs. Someone comes to you and says, hey, you want to film on the Artie Lange show? You're like, okay.
That's fine, but I'm not going out there promoting a movie saying, wow, when I read the script, I was just moved by it. These guys say this crap, and you're like, no, you weren't.
There was a movie he did, I forget. Oh, it was like the Magic movie that he was in with Jesse Eisenberg and Michael Caine.
Oh, yeah.
And,
well, that was a good movie.
But he fell asleep in the junket. Did you ever see the video of that?
No,
he's doing one of the press junkets, and he falls asleep.
What are you talking about?
In the Morgan Freeman's
Now You See Me.
And now you see me. Yeah. And they say to him, like, wow, that was so embarrassing. Like, what were you thinking? And it's awful. You're so unprofessional. And he goes, oh, I was checking my Facebook on my Google glasses. I have them inside my eyes, which I thought was pretty cool.
I love he just does, like, sometimes when you have crappy sequels, you don't see the A-list actors in it. He did what? Evan Almighty did the same thing.
And then also, what's the one where they're all really old with Helen Mirren and Bruce Willis, and they did a sequel, Red 2.
Red
They got
2,
the whole gang back together, and they
Yeah.
make a lot of money with those silly those are terrible movies.
He's done a lot of movies I liked. He was great in Glory, and he was great. And what was that pimp movie that he did? He was tremendous in that.
It's gonna haunt me now. It was early on in his career,
it was years
right?
ago, but he was pretty brutal in that movie.
Yeah, he was. I'm now gonna think about that. But yeah, now at this, it's harder as actors get older. You're a huge movie buff, I know, and it's like when actors get to a certain age. We were just talking about it off break. What was Gene Hackman's last movie?
Yeah, Welcome to Mooseport.
It just happens.
On the way out. That's how you cap your career, with Welcome to Mooseport.
That's why Bruce Dern's performance in Nebraska was so amazing, in that he had to have this life as a character actor. He was nominated for an Oscar in '79, and it didn't really happen for him as a leading man, and he kind of just bounced around, and then he could come back as an older man and carry a movie like that. You don't see those kind of performances.
Gene Hackman's
smart, by the way. So
Gene Hackman's writing these books now, huh? He's writing like novels or something like that.
Really?
No, I don't know if anybody's really reading
My
them.
father's favorite actor, Gene Hackman.
I thought he was great. Hoosiers, one of my favorite movies. The best sports movies of all time.
No Way Out.
Yeah.
What was the other one he did?
Welcome to Mooseport.
No, not that was the obvious classic. It was either that. I mixed that up with the French Connection. There was the other. What was the other one? We played the ship captain with Denzel.
Oh, Crimson Tide.
Yeah,
Crimson Tide.
I love or Mississippi Burning. He's been in some great. He does that little stinky wink.
Amazing.
That little poke
Superman,
stinky.
all the Superman movies, playing Lex Luthor.
I didn't love him as Lex Luthor.
Really?
No, I mean I enjoyed
I like
his
it better
performance.
than Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor in that terrible Brandon Routh Superman movies.
Yeah,
that went away fast.
They
just rebooted that one pretty quick.
I just like Margot Kidder in Superman because I know how crazy she turned out. I love the fact that she was naked behind people's shrubs, just acting weird. Like, how do you?
So was McConaughey, and he got an Oscar. So there you go.
That's true.
You can bounce back.
And what is this new Bill Murray movie? Welcome to Budapest. Have you?
Grand Budapest Budapest Hotel. He's
Hotel,
barely
yeah.
in the movie.
I'm thinking Welcome to Mooseport right there. I'm thinking it's on my brain.
You know, it's a Wes Anderson movie, so it's got this. I actually really enjoyed it. It's got this childlike, kind of dreamlike quality. It's fun when you get to watch filmmakers nowadays and you watch a movie and you say, nobody from the studio, no 28-year-old junior development executive was like, hey, cut out that part or add a little romance. Like, it's Wes Anderson's movie. You're watching the director as much as you're watching the actors, but Murray just pops in it for a second.
Oh, okay.
But very good. Yeah, I really like that. It's still in theaters a little bit, I think.
Does he get final cut? That's a boring question, but I'm kind of curious.
I would imagine so. I would hope so.
A few guys
You think Murray regrets not making another Ghostbusters?
Murray?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he has many regrets. I think he wants to get on the golf course and go watch the
I
Cubs.
get it, but
He's like this guy
there would have been a
over here.
demand for it, right? I mean, that would have been a
There
pretty
still
huge.
is. There still
Even
is.
now,
Yeah, I think they're going to redo it with your idol Jonah Hill. Maybe they're talking about.
Can they
Look at that.
stop with that dumb franchise?
Ghostbusters
stunk.
No, it didn't. You thought it stunk?
Yes.
Oh, I love those movies.
You know, I got to be
like it.
honest.
Back in the day, I loved those
Everybody
movies.
loves Ghostbusters,
Back then I did,
obviously.
yes.
But back then, you go back and you watch the first Ghostbusters, it really doesn't hold up as much. The second one does. The guy in the painting always scared me when I was a kid. But
Oh, yeah.
Igor, Vigo.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first one doesn't really hold up the
No,
same way.
the Archie's cartoons have more rewatchability to me than the original Ghostbusters. We got a break?
All right, hey,
they're
I got to run,
signaling.
but good to see you
Are
guys.
you leaving?
I'm done. Yeah, I got nothing left.
All right.
I'm done.
The
It was great to see you, though.
I like you a lot, man. You're a really fun guest. And
appreciate
you're fun
it,
to
man.
talk to.
Thanks,
That was a
dude.
nice
And
sign
you're
off. I
tall.
like you a lot. It's great. I'm like a girl who's like likes you in school. I should sign that with a heart.
That's
Do you
what
like me
that's
too?
all the Sri Lankans send to this guy. I like you a lot.
Yes, me
nice
like
to
you a
meet
lot.
Let's go Nutrafast or whatever you're doing. All right.
All right.
Good
well,
to see everybody.
Chris and I will be back.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.